let's start with a warm-up. So I always loved starting with a Pilates roll down. If you stand really tall with your legs in a nice neutral position about hip distance apart, we're gonna begin with a chin tilt and then roll down. So we're just kind of rounding our back a little bit. Allow your arms to just relax down towards the floor and then slowly return to a standing position. We're just trying to wake up those back body muscles. Take a deep breath in at the top. Exhale, roll down. Inhale. Exhale, back up. Slowly stacking your spine nice and tall, finishing in a nice posture. Let's do one more. Big inhale. Exhale, roll down. Looking towards the back of the room, inhale, exhale, back up. Again, this is all part of a warm-up. All right, at the top of the move, let's roll our shoulders back, nice big circle. Looking straight ahead, still standing in a nice tall position. Let's roll the other way, so back up, forward, down. Good, and two more, and one more. So arms relaxed by your side. Let's lift them shoulder height without lifting our shoulders, and then small controlled circles. Looking straight ahead to keep your neck in nice alignment. Let's go the other way with our circles and make them a little bit bigger. Make sure you're reaching back behind your body as you circle around. Last one, and hold your arms about shoulder height. Flip your palms up, just a little movement for our wrists and forearms, and then palms down. Palms up, palms down. Four more, and three, good, and two, and one. Finish with your palms down. Notice, are you feeling it in your neck? If you are, try to slide those shoulders down, reaching your arms straight out. Take one hand to your waist and one arm up and over for lateral flexion, and then over to the other side. Let's focus on our breathing. So we're gonna take a deep breath in as we reach, exhale over to the side. Try to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Two more, inhale and exhale, one more. Inhale and exhale. Now with your legs hip distance apart, toes and knees pointing straight ahead, we're gonna sit back like we're about to sit into a chair. As you sit back, draw those abs in. Maintain that little curve in your lower back, so try not to flatten around it. Keep your spine lengthened. Sink down as low as you can and just hold it here. Breathing, no tension in your neck, so try to slide your shoulders away from your ears and then slowly stand, completely straightening your legs. Let's go back down. Hold it right here. You'll notice as you sit lower, you're gonna draw those abs in a little stronger so your lower back feels comfortable as you get deeper into the squat. Folding here at your hips and then slowly lengthen. How about one more? Take it down. This is warming up your legs. You'll start to feel the work in the top of your legs as you hold it here. We're looking down, not up, because you'll probably feel it's a little uncomfortable in the back of your neck. So eyes gazing towards the floor. How about 10 seconds longer here? Make sure you're breathing. Okay, 5 seconds. Don't forget, draw those abs in close to your spine and slowly lengthen your legs back up. Okay, I'm gonna turn to the side for this next move. Hands on your waist. We're gonna practice that fold in our hips. So we bend forward, moving in our hips, not our lower back, and then stand tall. You'll notice if you fold in your hips, your back feels completely comfortable. You'll feel the stretch in the back of your legs. And then back up. Do one more. We want length from our head to our tailbone. Try not to round forward. Stay nice and long in your spine. Hold it right here for a few seconds. Now bend your knees. You'll feel a nice stretch in the ankles or Achilles area, and then lengthen in this position. Let's do two more. Bend your knees and lengthen. One more. Bend and lengthen, and then stand tall. Last move for our warm-up. Take your hands to your lower back with your fingers pointing down. Abs engage and extend your spine. Usually this feels really nice. And then come up tall, and let's do two more. Let's inhale as we extend. Exhale. One more. Inhale, extend, and exhale. All right, we'll start our workout in a standing position. We're gonna turn our legs out and reach wide with our feet so they're past our hips, and we're gonna bend. Let's try to find that perfect alignment. So we're tall in our spine, but again, we're trying not to round. Keep the chest open, just relax your arms and hands for now, and let's start off with little pulses. We're gonna do nice high reps so you really feel that burn in your legs. If you take a look at your knees, make sure your knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes. A lot of times when I'm in person with people, I'll see the knees in and the toes out. If that's the case and you're having a little trouble getting your knees in line with your toes, just turn your toes in so it'll be more of a squat. You're sitting back. But if you have that flexibility or mobility right now to really externally rotate, go for it. Just make sure you're in nice alignment. 8 more. 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it right here. Breathe and then slowly lengthen. Okay, let's add arms, but we're gonna do singles. So we lift our arms shoulder height as we bend our legs. Good. Now I'm raising my arms, using my shoulders. A little bit of the neck works when we do this, but not a lot. We don't want our shoulders up. So keep those back muscles engaged to hold your shoulders in place as you lift your arms. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Now hold it down. Take your hands to your quads. We're gonna turn our knees and toes in a little bit so we can bend over here in that hinge position. Hold it right here and shift your body weight side to side. Get down as low as you can, as long as your back's comfortable. You're not rounding your back. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Take it to the center, lift your body first, and then lengthen. All right, let's walk our feet in all the way in so they're nice and close. Let's go up onto our toes and balance here with our arms by our side. Good posture. Palms are facing in, arms are resting by our side, chest is open, abs engaged. Lower your heels. Let's do that again. Take it up onto your toes. Breathe and lower down. Now let's go into alternating knees with our hands on our waist. We're gonna do quite a few of these knee lifts. Make sure again there's length. We're not bending forward to get our knee up. If you feel like you need to bend over to get your knee up in front of you, then just go a little lower with your knee. You don't have to go as high. Good, 8 more, 7, 6, and 5. On the last one, let's hold it up. 3, 2, okay, balance challenge. Lift your knee, lengthen your arms. Let's do some bicep curls while we hold it here. Knee up, eyes straight ahead, curl your arms up. Completely lengthen your arms so the back of your arms work to open up that joint. Last one, and switch. Lift the other knee. Remember, stand tall, abs engaged, little arch in your back. Curl it up. Good. Keep breathing. Okay, 4 more bicep curls. And 3, and 2, and 1. Step down. All right. Legs hip distance apart. Let's go into squats where we reach forward as we sit back, stand tall. I'm gonna angle a little here, sit back, up tall. So our hips shift back. So our body weight's a little more on your heels to the midfoot as you sit back into that imaginary chair. And 4 more, and 3, and 2. Now let's stay down right here. Reach forward. We're gonna turn and rotate, reaching one arm, look towards the back of the room. Take it back. Switch sides. Look, take it back. Hold it in that squat. Reach and back and reach and back. 2 more. 1 more. Now stay in the squat. Take your hands to your quads. One heel, let's lift it up. Keep your hips even. We're rolling onto the ball of our foot, getting a nice stretch in that foot. Drop your heel and switch. Lift the other heel up. Stay centered here. Try not to hike up your hip of the heel that you're lifting. Drop it down. 2 more. Roll the other foot up onto the ball of your foot. Good. And switch. 1 more. Take it down. Slowly lengthen legs straight. Open up those hips, arms by your side. Okay, back into squats 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. 4 more. 2 more. And 1. Okay, another balance challenge. I'm going to turn completely to the side. Step back with 1 foot. Shift your body weight back. Drop straight down into a lunge. Perfect form here. Your hands can go on your waist, on your leg, wherever you're comfortable. Now from here, we're going to lift this back leg up to a knee and then place it back on the floor behind the supporting leg into that lunge. We'll add arms in just a moment. So lift up to the knee. Feel free to hold on to something if you need to. And then back to that lunge. Okay, let's add arms. So we're gonna reach our arms forward. Stand tall, arms drop. And then step back with control. Arms reach forward. Palms facing the back of the room. Stand tall here. And then reach forward. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale, slow and controlled step back. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, just 2 more. All right, 1 more. Let's hold it in that lunge. Stay right here. And then step forward. Rest the supporting leg. Shake your legs out. And let's switch sides. Step back with the other leg. Hips pointing straight ahead. Drop straight down. Shoulders back, abs engaged. Start off with your hands on your waist. Lift your knee up in front. This leg nice and straight. And then slow and controlled step back. Toes on the mat. And again, lift your knee up in front. And then step back. All right, let's add arms. Reach forward. Arms drop down. Chest open. Step back. Good. Exhale. Nice tall position. Abs in and up. Reach forward with your arms as you drop your foot behind the supporting leg. Lift up tall. Step back. Just 4 more. Straighten this leg completely. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Step back, hold, and then step forward, shake out your legs. Okay, let's take it to the back of our mat. Legs are together. We're gonna start off with calf raises, just looking straight ahead. So just lift and lower your heels, keeping your knees straight. And 8 more. 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now heels down, reach your arms up. We're gonna take it to the mat. Dive forward, take your hands to the mat. You can bend your knees if you'd like. Walk your hands out to a plank position. Hold this plank for a few seconds. Warm up those core muscles. Let's take our hands back to our feet. And then let's do that Pilates roll up here where we slowly round up, lengthen our legs, finish in good posture, looking straight ahead. Calf raises for 8, 8, 7. We're gonna repeat, same thing. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down, reach your arms up, dive forward, walk your hands out to a plank. We hold it in the plank position for about 4 to 5 seconds. Walk your hands back to your feet, lower your head, round it up. Okay, calf raises, 8 calf raises. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms up, dive forward. This time we're gonna stay on the mat. Walk your hands out to a plank position. Now we're gonna hold this plank a little bit longer. Modification, knees down. If you're doing okay, keep your knees up a little bit longer. Let's go right into downward dog stretch. So hips up towards the ceiling. Adjust your feet so you're comfortable. Gently pressing your heels down towards the mat. Hold it. And now back to a plank position. Hold this strong position for another 10 seconds. Eyes looking straight down towards your mat. Okay, lower your knees, relax your toes, and let's go right into child pose stretch. Now in this stretch position, let's focus on the breathing. Breathe in through your nose. Fill your body with air, your rib cage with air. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more. On your next exhale, sit back towards your heels and slowly drag your hands back to a kneeling position. Okay, from here, let's take it up to a high kneeling. Knees a little bit apart, arms right by your side, abs engaged. We're just gonna lean back a few inches and then take it back up. You're gonna feel the quads, glutes, and abs work. Lean back, try not to bend at your hips. Take it up. Exhale as you lean back. If your knees are uncomfortable, maybe you have a thin mat, roll up your mat so there's a little cushion and place your knees on that rolled mat. 2 more. 1 more. Now we're going to stay in the same position, but now we're going to fold in our hips. Take your hands to your waist, sit back, heels almost touch your glutes, almost touch your heels, and then back up tall. 2 more. Very important move to get comfortable with. Try not to move your back, just move in your hips. Good, let's do 1 more. Okay, from here, hands back down. Let's go into cat-cow stretch. So my hands are under my shoulders, my knees a little bit apart under my hips. Round your back into flexion. Usually we exhale in this position, and then we inhale as we extend. A little more challenging to pull in those abs here, but make sure that you're pulling them in towards your spine. Exhale, round your back, abs in, a little easier to contract those abs. Inhale, extend. 2 more, moving your spine, keeping your spine nice and healthy. 1 more. We lower our head, but your chin's not against your chest, too much flexion. And then when we extend, we look a little past the end of our mat. And now find neutral length from the top of your head to your tailbone. Take your toes to the mat and lift your knees up. Hold it here. Upper body strength, core strength. Imagine there's a book on your lower back. Balance that book, don't let it fall off. And then lower your knees back down. Okay, we're gonna take it to a side position. From here, we're gonna reach our hand past our shoulder. Our legs are here, stacked. Take your top arm and reach your elbow away from the bottom hand, eyes looking straight ahead. Let's rotate our elbow towards our hand or towards our elbow, and then lift back up. And now we're gonna reach towards the back of the room. Open up the chest and shoulder. Again, rotate towards the hand that's on the floor, and then extend. 2 more, reach your elbow down towards the mat, lift your elbow and reach towards the back of the room. 1 more, rotating your spine. Okay, look towards me, and then from here, we're gonna take our hand to our waist and just lift your hips up in a little side plank here. The top leg, we're gonna keep our feet connected, but we're gonna externally rotate that top leg. Good, keep your side body muscles lifted here so we're not in a side bend. We're in a nice straight position. We're just externally rotating that top leg. If you get uncomfortable, this arm's getting tired, you can always drop down onto your forearm. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Legs together, slowly lower your hips. All right, let's switch sides. Legs to the other side. Okay, sitting really tall, lift your side body muscles here so we're not in a side bend. Hand behind your head, elbow towards the floor. Lift your elbow up and extend. Really open up the chest. You should feel a stretch in the chest and shoulder. And then rotate, lift, and again. Elbow reaching back, eyes follow towards the back of the room. 1 more. Okay, look towards me. Hand on your waist, lift your hips up. Excellent. Keep your feet together and lift that top leg. Externally rotate and lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. Hips stay stacked and nice and steady. Just your leg moving. 4 more. 3, abs engaged. Pull those abs in. And 1 more. Lower your hips down. Okay, let's go to a seated position closer to one end of your mat. Start off with your legs bent and hold your hamstrings. Sit as tall as you can. Folding in your hips, a good move to get comfortable with. If you feel a little tight in your here, that's okay. The goal is to eventually feel comfortable here. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna lean back, straight back, just a few times to feel the difference, and then come back up tall. Try not to move your back. We're just hinging back and then up tall. 2 more. Hinge back, holding on to the back of my legs. 1 more. Now, the next one, to feel the difference, we're gonna curve. Now we draw the navel to spine as we curve, look down a little bit, chin away from your chest, and then lengthen, look straight ahead. Exhale, pull those abs in, you got it. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more. 1 more. Sit tall. Now let's lengthen our legs and sit as tall as we can. We're gonna take it all the way down to the mat. Reach your arms forward, tuck that tailbone, navel to spine. And when you're ready, let's go all the way down to the mat as controlled as possible. Arms reaching up. Stay in this long position. If you're uncomfortable, you can bend your knees, but if you're doing okay, keep your legs straight. Lower one arm by your ear, one arm to your side, and then switch. This is great for shoulder mobility. Keep your rib cage nice and steady and feel that stretch in the shoulder. Your arm can bend a little bit, especially the arm here that's up by your ear. Feel free to bend it if it's a little more comfortable. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, reach both arms up and then float them down to your side. Let's slide our feet in, hip distance apart. Take it to a bridge. Tuck the tailbone and lift your hips up. Try to get your hips even with your knees and shoulders. Make sure the rib cage isn't popping up here. So we pull those abs in, contract the glutes to lift our hips, and let's start off with little pulses here. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Knees pointing straight ahead. 8 more, 8, 7. Feel the hamstring and glutes working, and 4, and 3, and 2. Hold it up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll the spine down one vertebra at a time. Lower back touches, release the back of your legs. Let's go up again, but this time legs together. When you're ready, legs together, lift your hips up. Stabilize those hips nice and even. Lift one leg into a tabletop position. Hold it there. We're just going to freeze in this position, arms by your side. Now stretch your leg out straight, reaching towards that wall, and then pull your knee back in. Exhale as you reach. Inhale, knee in. Exhale, reach. Knee in. 4 more. Keep your hips even. 2 more. And 1 more. Slowly lower your leg, switch. Other leg up, hold it here. Again, hips even, draw those abs in. When you're ready, reach your leg long. Try to straighten your leg and then bend. That's it. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bend. Just 4 more. Two more. And 1 more. Okay, slowly lower your foot to the mat. Walk your feet out hip distance apart. We're going to angle our toes and knees in. So my feet are wide, my knees are together or close, and my toes are pointing in. We're going to lift our hips up and then lower halfway. So we're internally rotating our legs. If it bothers your knees, go back to a nice neutral position. So we're lifting our hips up to where we're comfortable and lower about halfway down. 4 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, now lift your hips up, point your knees and toes straight ahead. When you're ready, take a deep breath in and then exhale slowly. Roll your spine down 1 vertebra at a time. Release the glutes and hamstrings. Let's hug both knees into our chest and hold this stretch. Let's do a stretch. Hang on to one leg and stretch one leg out and lower all the way to the mat. Hold it here, wonderful stretch. The bottom leg's very active, so we're reaching. If it's relaxed, you won't feel the stretch in this hip. So really reach that leg long. Now let's try taking our top leg and lengthen it up and just flex your foot and hold that stretch. Reaching with your heel. Gently pulling your leg towards you. Keep the bottom leg reaching. And then bend back in. Hug your knee and lower down. Let's switch sides. Knee in. Stretch the bottom leg out along the mat. Hold it. Lengthen the top leg up. I like to interlace my fingers around my hamstring. Flex your foot, reach with your heel. Point your foot, hug your knee back in, and lower down. Okay, from here, slide the other foot in so your legs are hip distance apart. Let's work core, but before we do, place your hands on your waist. We're going to lower our back into the mat, going into a posterior tilt of our pelvis. We'll do a little bit of pelvic rock. So in this position here, I'm imagining there's a grape under my lower back. I'm squishing that grape into the mat with my lower back. Now do the opposite. Go through neutral and extend. Lift your back off that grape. And then back into squishing the grape. And then lift your back off the grape. So we're just rocking the pelvis back and forth. When you go into the posterior tilt, that squishing the grape, we're not lifting our hips off the mat. It's just a subtle move. So our hips stay on the mat. When we move into that arch position and tilt the pelvis into an anterior tilt, if you had a cup of water on your lower abs, it would spill away from you. 2 more. 1 more. Now find that middle position. Hold it there. Reach your arms long and curl up. See if you could stay in neutral. Balance that glass of water on your lower abs. If your lower back's uncomfortable, then spill that water towards you and squish that grape under your lower back. Hold it here. We're going to work abs for a good 5 minutes. We'll go from exercise to exercise. Keep reaching your arms here. Look over your knees. Hold it and lower down. Okay, lift your legs to tabletop position. We're gonna curl it up and go right into hundreds. Hundreds, we pump our arms by our side. We breathe in through our nose for 5 counts, out through our mouth for 5 counts. The tricky part about hundreds, sometimes your neck can get tired before your abs get tired. So you can always rest your head back and then come back up whenever you're ready. Or sometimes what I like to do is I hold on to the back of my head. Just don't rotate your body though, you're still looking over your knees. Keep your arms here by your side, so it doesn't have to be a big movement, just a small movement, pumping your arms strong. Now we're working those abs, especially on that exhale when we pull our abs in, but we're also pumping our arms strong, feeling it in our arms and a little bit of those lats. Keep going. Remember, you can rest your head back if your neck's getting tired. Just keep your arms pumping and hold your legs up as long as you can. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale wherever you're at. Finish your next exhale and then hold your arms still. Inhale, exhale, roll back. Hug your knees for a few seconds and then lower your feet to the mat, hip distance apart. Okay, let's lengthen one arm out, one hand behind our head. We're gonna lift and then rotate towards the opposite leg. Roll it down, but not all the way. And then lift back up. Exhale. So we're doing a little rotation here. Think of crossing the rib cage over to the opposite hip. We lift up first and then rotate. Support your head. So you're pressing your hand to the back of your head and allowing your head to feel kind of heavy in your hand. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. All right, let's switch sides. Lengthen your other arm out. Hand behind your head. Lift and rotate. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep your hips steady. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Lower down. Okay, arms by your side. Lift your legs back to a tabletop position for reverse curls. Arms stay right here. We're going to pull our abs in to try to lift our hips just an inch or 2 and then lower back down. Again, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. So it's a small move. Good. Keep going. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Keep your legs up a little bit longer. We're going to support our head with both hands and curl it up. Single leg stretch. We lengthen one leg. You can go as low as you like with your leg, as long as your back feels good. If you feel any strain in your back, reach your straight leg a little higher, right here. Now you can also do this exercise with 1 foot on the mat or 1 leg at a time. You're reaching and then you pull it in if that feels a little more comfortable for your body. But if you're doing okay, continue with both legs up. All right, we only have 8 more. Single leg stretch. 7, 6, 5, hang in there. 4, 3, 2. Now both legs into tabletop. Inhale, exhale, lower your upper body. Drop your elbows looking up towards the ceiling. Curl it back up again. Hold it. Double leg stretch. Both legs out. A little more challenging. Both legs in. Exhale, lengthen both legs. Modification. You can drop 1 foot, which would be similar to that single leg stretch. Keep going. 4 more. Strong core. And 3. Hang in there. 2 more. 1 more. Bend it in. Lower both feet to the mat. Lower your head and shoulders. Rest for just a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl up just your upper body now. Little pulses right here. So my eyes are looking over my knees, but there's a gentle curve of my neck. You don't want to curve your neck a lot. So I like to think of a tennis ball between my chin and my chest, and I'm holding onto that tennis ball. And 8, 7, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, lower your body, take your arms to your side. Lift your legs up. Now we want our lower back on the mat here. Raise your arms up and we're going to lower the left leg, right arm. Keep your back on the mat. Lift back up. Switch. Right leg, left arm. And back up. Right arm, left leg. So opposite arm to leg. Try not to arch your back. Use the exhale right here on the more challenging part of the move. Inhale to return. Now make sure you're pulling your abs in. I know it's hard to feel if you're actually pulling your abs in or not, but we really want to contract them in towards our spine, not push them out. All right, 4 more. Exhale. And 3, hang in there, we're almost done. We'll do one more exercise after this for abs. 1 more. Okay, from here, curl it up, arms go to your side again. Stay right here, we're gonna freeze, arms reaching. Now mini circles by your side, holding it in this position. Let's circle our arms the other way, hang it there. Okay, arms in close, hold it, breathe in. Exhale, roll back, hug your knees. And now let's keep our legs together and lower our feet to the mat. Rotation stretch. Arms can go by your side or out to the side. Gently lower your legs to one side. Hold it for a couple of seconds and then lift your knees and over to the other side. Try to keep your shoulders on the mat. Lift your knees, lower them to the other side. Lift, lower. Okay, 2 more, rocking your knees side to side. 1 more. And center. All right, let's hold on to the back of our legs. Rock back and all the way up to a seated position. Cross your legs and sit as tall as you possibly can. So we're still working those core muscles because we're pulling our abs in and up to really lengthen our spine. Hold it for a few seconds. And then now let's take it onto our hands and knees, center of our mat. Okay, so we did a lot for core. Now we're gonna work those back body muscles. Legs are together, hands under your shoulders. Lift your right arm, left leg. Lower down. Lift your left arm, right leg. Lower down. Now it's important while we do this exercise that we're in a good neutral position in our spine. So notice as your head down, if it is, keep it up. But eyes down, eyes not up. And then your lower back, we want to maintain that gentle little curve in our lower back. We don't want to round in that area or arch too much. So that's where we pull our abs in when we start to lift our arm and leg to support our lower back. Take your time, go as slow as you like. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. This last one, let's hold it up. So from here, we're gonna keep our arm and leg straight. We're just gonna go tap the floor and then lift. Tap the floor and lift. Tap the floor and lift. You're gonna feel the glutes work. You might feel a little bit in your arm and shoulder. Keep going. 8 more. 7. Keep your knees straight. Just 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Place your hand and knee down. Let's switch sides. Lift your opposite arm to leg. Balance for a few seconds. Find your balance here. Keep your hips even. When you're ready, tap the floor and lift. Tap the floor and lift. That's it. Keep your back as steady as possible. Tap, lift, tap, lift. 8 more. 8. Really contracting the glutes strong here, especially when you lift your leg up. 4 more. The arm that's on the mat, keep it straight. 2 more. And 1 more. Lower all the way down. All right, a little more for glutes. Let's take it down onto our forearm. Lift your leg up, the other leg, opposite of the leg we were just working. Hold it here, nice straight position, just a mini kick, tiny little kick. So let's just focus on the glutes here, glutes and hamstring. All right, now from here, hold it up. We're gonna bend our knee in and then just lengthen, that's all. So we bend our knee in and lengthen. Bend in and lengthen. Stay neutral. Don't round your back when your knee comes in. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now just hold and reach. Reach, reach, reach. Slowly lower your knee and let's switch sides. Okay, engage those abs, send the other leg straight out. Nice straight position. When you're ready, start with that little kick. Contracting the glute and hamstring strong. 8 more. 6, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bend your knees, hinge at your hips. Try not to round your back here or tuck your tailbone. Tailbone's reaching away from the knee, and then kick back up. Bend your knee and kick. Bend your knee and kick. Okay, just 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out for a few seconds and then lower down. Okay, let's take it on to our hands and knees. Go into a child pose, stretch again, adjust your legs so you're comfortable. Reach your arms and sit back. Now in the child pose position, let's walk our hands to one side of the mat. So we're in a little side bend position. You're gonna feel a nice stretch in the back muscle. Hold it, breathe into that side body. As you inhale deep, walk your hands all the way over to the other side of the mat. So your outside arm is reaching. Deep breath in, breathe into the side body. One more deep breath. Walk your hands to the center. Now sit back on your heels and slowly round it up, lifting your chin last. Okay, once you're up tall, turn your palms out, lift your chest and arch your back. Hold it here, looking up towards the ceiling. And then take it back to your hands and knees. Let's go into a push-up position. So walk your hands forward. They're a little wider than your body, and you lower your hips so it's a little more challenging. Ankle your fingers in. Let's take it all the way down just to check our form. Make sure your hands are not too high. Keep them in line with your chest. And then when you're ready, push away. All right, let's do some push-ups. So we lower, lift, lower, lift. Keep breathing. How about 4 more? 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up in this push-up position. Now take your knees up, lift them off the mat and hold it here. You can do some push-ups if you'd like it here in this position, or you just hold it. 10 seconds. I know your hands are wide. You might be feeling the work a little bit in your wrists and forearms. Now drop your knees down. Let's sit back and just interlace our fingers and circle around. All right, let's do an exercise for triceps. So we're gonna go to a seated position. So I'm just gonna turn the other way. Point your fingers in towards your glutes, hands on the mat, feet in close, lift your hips. So from here, we're just gonna bend and straighten our arms. Looks like an easy exercise, but it can be really challenging. Keep going, let's do 8 more, then rest. 7, 6, I'm feeling it. 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, lower down. Let's sit tall for a moment. We'll do that one more time. So lengthen here in this cross-leg position just for a few seconds. Pulling those abs in and up, and let's do that tricep exercise one more time. Feet down, lift your hips up. When you're ready, bend, straighten. Just 8 more. 6, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it for a few seconds, lower down. All right, let's take it to a cross-leg position and work a little bit of upper body. I'm gonna turn and face you. If you're uncomfortable here and you can't get in that neutral position, you can always, I'm just gonna reach for my yoga block. You can take a yoga block if you own one and sit on it. If you don't have a yoga block, you can go to a kneeling position if you'd like, or you can stand or sit in a chair. We're really gonna focus on upper body. So we want that length, little arch in our lower back, abs engaged, everything's stacked. Lift your arms and start to circle your arms. Now the goal here is to work our arms and shoulders and not feel all the tension here in our neck. So we have to keep those back muscles engaged to keep our shoulders down away from our ears. We lose the connection, we end up here. If we contract those back muscles, we're here. Keep circling. Good, we're gonna do quite a few, so you're really gonna feel this. Let's circle the other way. Now if you have light weights, hand weights, and you wanna hold on to those weights, you can do that. 2 more. Okay, hold your arms up. Now we're gonna reach forward, but not round our upper back. That can be challenging. Opposition, fingers reaching forward, shoulder reaching back, and then open up. That's all. Arms forward, and then open. Imagine you're sitting against a wall. Keep the back of your shoulders up against the wall the entire time. Forward and back. So we want lots of space from here to here. If you hold it here for a moment, if you feel like your chest is back, lift your chest and contract those back muscles to keep the front body muscles open. And let's do that again. Open. Good. 4 more. 3 more. Sitting tall. 2 more. And 1 one more. Okay, arms reaching forward. Now lift your arms up. This can be challenging. If you need to, bend your arms. Reach all the way up, just hold it. And now let's pull down so our arms are 90 degrees. From here, elbows forward and open. Keep breathing. Forward and open. Just 4 more. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold your arms out, turn your palms in. We're gonna reach a little higher than our shoulders. Try not to lift, keep your shoulders down, and then imagine you're pulling something in towards your body, but we're gonna reach our elbows back behind our back a little bit, and then lengthen, reach, and then pull. Really contract in the back. Reach and pull, reach and pull, good. Inhale, exhale, 4 more, and 3, we're almost done, 2, and 1. Hold it back, just contracting those back muscles a little stronger. Lengthen your arms out. This is the last move, I promise. Turn your palms towards the back of the room. We're gonna do little pulses back. Try not to bounce forward, stay nice and steady, just your arms moving. Keeping your arms as straight as possible. 8 more, 7, 6, and 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now before you finish, reach your arms all the way up, look up, inhale, exhale, lower your arms all the way down. Shake your arms out. I'm just gonna move my yoga block. It is really comfortable to sit on a yoga block when you do the exercises in this position. Okay, from here, lengthen your legs out, hip distance apart, hands behind your body, sit tall. Use your arms for support and just flex and point your feet. So we're gonna do some movement to help with mobility and flexibility. Toes up, toes down. If you're uncomfortable here, the goal is to feel comfortable in this position. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now point your feet, look at your legs, are they aligned? Keep the top of your feet and your knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Now flex your feet, reach with your heels straight ahead. We're gonna release from behind and reach for our toes. If you can't reach your toes, that's okay. Hold the back of your legs and just gently pull your body in. When I do this, I soften my knees a little. I don't keep them completely straight, but I still feel the nice stretch. Hold it here for about another 10 seconds. Look at your feet. Are they turning out or in? If they are, try to get them in a nice neutral position. And then take it up. Okay, from here, bottom of your feet together. Pull them in nice and close. Lower your knees down and sit nice and tall. If you feel the stretch here, just stay in this position. If you don't, you want a deeper stretch, gently come up and over your legs and hold the stretch. It's a great inner thigh stretch, great for hips. And then sit really tall. Okay, let's lengthen one leg out to the side and keep one leg in. Sitting as tall as possible. We're gonna turn towards a straight leg and walk your hands out. Try to hold onto the lower leg and gently pull your body in. Now sit tall, I'm gonna rotate towards the bent leg, hold onto that leg, and then repeat. Go back to the straight leg, back to the bent leg and rotate, back to the straight leg and reach, bent leg and rotate, 2 more, straight leg and reach, bent leg and rotate, 1 more. Now hold it in rotation, so I'm holding onto my leg, I'm sitting tall, I'm trying not to lean to the side, stay nice and stacked, and then release. Let's switch sides. One leg in, one leg out. Turn towards the straight leg, gently pull your body towards that straight leg, and then sit tall, rotate, hold on to the outside of your leg, and then rotate towards the straight leg again, and sit tall. Keep moving, straight leg, and sit tall. Okay, 1 more. Hold it here towards the bent leg, sitting even taller. And release. Let's take it on to our hands and knees. Okay, so let's go back to that downward dog stretch, but our legs a little bit apart. Toes on the mat. Now you can stay here if you prefer not to be upside down. You can hold it here where you lift your knees, or you can take it into that downward dog stretch. Okay, so this is a wonderful stretch for the back of your legs. Your head drops between your arms. Keep your arms straight. Gently lower your heels towards the mat. Hang in here, hang in this, hold on to this position for a few more seconds, and then lower down. Okay, from here, relax your toes. Take it up to a high kneeling position. Step forward with one leg and hinge forward. Now that front leg, your foot's under your knee. It's very comfortable. If you start here, then it's gonna look like this. Try to move your foot out and hinge in this position. We're still pulling our abs in to support this move. Now take the opposite hand down. So if your left foot's forward, you place your right hand down. If your right foot's forward, you place your left hand down, and then rotate towards the bent leg and look towards your hand that's reaching up towards the ceiling. Okay, take it back to your leg and push back. Switch sides. Other leg forward, hinge forward. Hold this nice stretch, wonderful for your hips. Always engage in those abs so our lower back's comfortable, not compressed. Take the opposite hand down to the mat. Rotate towards the front leg, reach looking up. Keep both arms straight. Hold. Take your hand back to your leg, push away from the mat and back to a kneeling position. Okay, hands on the mat, toes on the mat. Let's walk our hands back so we're in a nice low squat. This position alone will stretch almost everything. It's wonderful for your feet, your ankles, your lower leg, your muscles around your knees, your hips, and sometimes even your lower back. If there's tightness, you might feel it here. Now let's stretch our legs up straight and hold. If you don't like being upside down, you can go to a standing position or back to that squat. Let's slowly take it up to a standing position, and let's do a quad stretch. Hold on to the wall if you'd rather not focus on balancing right now. Grab onto your ankle, point your knee down, and look straight ahead. So my legs are close together and my knee's not forward. I'm trying my best to point my knee down so I get that nice stretch in the front of my leg. Gently pulling my foot towards my glute. And then release. Let's switch sides. Grab onto your ankle. Remember, good posture even when we're stretching, so look straight ahead. Try not to look down. We look down throughout our day at phones and computers, so let's look straight ahead. And release. All right, I'm going to turn and face you. Let's take our legs wide and finish today's class with a deep breath in as we reach our arms up and look up. Exhale, look straight ahead. 2 more. Breathe in nice and deep. Exhale. 1 more time. Breathe in. And exhale. Thank you, everyone. So nice to see you. I'll see you next week.